The Promise. The last level.
It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the... So what's the story in this game? Is the ending like super spectacular? Is this the end to a trilogy or do they leave it open? Is this a spoiler alert?
So, this ship that I'm on, it's created a time hole, I guess, to
go back to the end of Resistance 2 and blow your load on Nathan Hale's face.
Yep. Did I say time hole? I meant like space dimension hole to, I would assume, whatever universe the Chimera are from. And they're like transporting shit through it. They don't give you a ton of details, but that's kind of what I assumed or thought. And destroying this is supposed to like take out a bunch of Chimera, but they don't. They don't go, like at the end of Animal House when they say, like when they focus on every character and say like what they grew up to be.
By 1996, he was in jail.
Yeah, and this guy was a senator, and this guy was a lawyer, and this guy was a convicted felon. They don't do that. They don't go into the future and say what's going on at all. So they certainly leave it open for more, but you do a shitload of damage to the Chimera.
Okay. Yeah.
And honestly, I don't think there's going to be any more Resistance games.
Based on sales?
Based on the fact that the next Insomniac game, the first-person shooter, is going to be multi-platform, not PS3.
They're going to start a new IP. I think that'd be the smart move. Take everything they've learned and start a new IP. That's multi-platform.
Yeah.
That's about Space Marines and aliens.
So this level, there are 4 sets of power rods that you have to destroy around this whole area. After you destroy 2 of the sets, I think, that asshole spawns, and you're gonna have to kill this guy. He's got like the 2 shoulder pads, the 2 elbow pads, and then the gut thing. And then after you kill him, there's also 2 more sets of power rods they have to destroy that are kind of up above. And okay, so there's 2 sets on both sides of this whole area. Destroying one side of them opens up the power rods that are kind of up above.
Okay.
And after you destroy all of those, it opens the door to the very final sequence where you have infinite ammo with your pistol. And I don't remember if I kept that in this video. It's so like, I think I did. It's so cutscene heavy, I might have edited it out.
So there's no final boss?
This is it.
Okay.
Yeah, no final bosses. Not a lot of bosses, really, in the way that...
Just the spider and this guy. Pretty much, right?
Well, I mean, there's a couple of these guys, and there's a couple of there's 2 spider fights, and there's a few fights against these guys, but there's no... I feel like Resistance 2
do something 3 times in a row to kill it.
Yeah, exactly. There's no rule of 3 fights. Except, I guess, this guy has 3 sets of things you have to destroy.
People love 3s.
It's easy.
I mean, you'd be surprised that there's only 2 titties, because everything else is in 3s.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why that's so perfect for games.
It is. It's just the right amount.
So there's a couple dudes down below. The dudes with the arc chargers that run at you with a shield. Don't worry about them. They won't run up to you. If you just destroy those power rods, they'll die.
Alright.
So you can just kind of ignore them. So you go sprinting down here, and in a second, it's this really cool sequence where you have unlimited magnum ammo. Because you're kind of like, this is actually a really cool sequence for 75% of it. Or 95% of it, actually. And then the whole building explodes, and like you're falling straight down, and the plane catches you because it's doing like a perfect nosedive, and that was like, what the fuck? Like this is really dramatic. This is kind of awesome, and it's fun. And then it's like, what the fuck was that? That's so stupid. Cheesy, yeah.
Went from awesome to cheesy.
Exactly. So you never have to reload this gun, which is that's such a video gamey thing. So for the entire game, you have that gun can hold 6 rounds before you have to reload, and now it's just infinite.
Now you're one-handed, and it's the final sequence. Gears of War 3 does the same thing at one point. That's your next guide.
That is my next guide. My next guide is me Gears of War 3. And, I'm just firing off shots like crazy. I'm firing like 10 shots and then hitting the secondary to make them all explode. And then I really liked this point where the dude hits you, but because you tied your leg into the rope thing,
you're still hanging.
You're hanging, but you're upside down now.
Oh, yeah.
And now you have to...
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. And then after you kill these guys, you fall and the plane catches you. So anyway, that's my superhuman difficulty guide.
Falcon catches you. And you have one hand
you're
left?
using the Force and you communicate with your sister. Your sister is actually your wife in this.
Game on.
And your child that you showed at the very beginning of this game is an inbred, half-retarded, completely fucked up child. So game on. Look forward to my Gears of War video taco.